Okay, welcome back to episode 2 of this fighting formations tutorial. That's probably the word I was looking for, teaching, whatever that means. But yeah,
Thought we
Doug and
were
I,
calling it boot camp,
boot camp, Battlefield Banter boot
right?
camp, of course.
Battlefield yeah,
Yes,
isn't
yeah,
that what we were calling it?
we
Kind of a
were.
first impressions, teach along.
Right. But yeah, it's just like memory, short memory. But yes, this is Battlefield Banter Boot Camp. We're playing US Fighting Formations, US 29th Infantry Division, and this is we've labored through, we struggled through the first few turns, so hopefully we'll be a little bit faster this turn. But a quick recap where we're at. That's me. I'm playing the Germans, and I sent my. You can see this guy right in the middle. I sent this. The Stug squad, I should say, or troop, way up there to try and halt the American advance, and he failed completely in that, and now he's cut off. And then I compounded my error by dropping a mission command thing down there, because if the Germans only have
Oh,
two,
that's right.
and if I lose that, then it's seriously going to hamper the rest of the game. Doug raced forward his armored car, ran all the way down the road here. A beautiful flank shot was positioned for this guy here, who completely missed, and so he's over there, and that's one of these red guys here are the VP locations. So Doug has 1, 2, and this one up here at the top, 3 at the moment. He's probably going to get this one fairly soon, where my Stug is 4, and that will probably give him the lead. I haven't not yet occupied this one, so I've only got
Right. You
1,
just have
2 at
the
the moment.
one.
Two at the
True.
moment. The one down the
Yeah.
bottom and the one at the top. So there we
Yeah.
are. Okay, so before we get and if you look at the cube, the only good news is the initiative pawn is on the German side of the track, so it is my turn. So I want to give a
Now, very quickly,
yes.
just to give people an update, as everybody knows from one of my other videos, I love books. I think, Mark, you like books too, but I found a great website that was mentioned to me, or I was directed to it by my son, Joe, who he's been on some of the playthroughs on the channel, thriftbooks.com.
Mm.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
I have found all kinds of used books dirt cheap. Now, you don't always know how long they're going to take to get to you. It could be as quickly as 2 days. I've had one that took about 10 days. But I purchased when we decided to play this, I purchased a book that was actually the author, James Robert Shaw, was recommended by Kai Jensen and Patrick Pence in their video. Maybe we can put something in the chat
Mm-hmm.
about a link to the Kai Jensen's tutorial on
Ah,
29th
okay.
Infantry Division. It was a little book. I don't know, it's maybe 20 pages long. I think it was 4 or 5 bucks. It was a cheap little paperback,
Mm-hmm.
great condition, but I cannot wait to start reading that. It's all about the 29th Infantry
Oh,
Division, as
okay.
well as some information on the US First and Omaha Beach.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got another book coming on the way, called Beyond the Beachhead, the 29th Division in Normandy.
Okay.
We'll see. Anyway,
Were,
shameless plug.
were
I'll
these
be letting you
books
know in a later. Yeah, what?
were they in the play notes for this game? Is that what they used? Did they use this as some material to develop this game, or the scenarios even?
You know, that is a great idea. I did download, I think I downloaded the rules and maybe the play notes. I'll have to check the
Okay.
index. I've
Right.
done that before, but since I don't own the physical copy of the game, you do.
Mm-hmm.
I just forgot to check that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to do that tonight,
Mm-hmm. Right.
after we wrap up,
Okay.
because I always love reading books with the
Mm-hmm.
games I'm currently playing.
Right.
Um,
All right. So before we get started, I just wanted to give a quick recap of the 3 ways of moving units in this game, because it's a little bit different to a game. Shares a lot in common with Combat Commander. You've got the advance order, where you can take depend on the cube. You just pull the advanced cube, or any cube higher. Costs the US and the Germans 5 initiative. There's the move, which is cheaper at 4, and then there is the assault, which is the most expensive at 7. Now, it's interesting what they did here
those
with
are all
the.
the US costs, right? Not the German costs.
They're the
They're
same for
they're a
those
little
three.
different for
For those particular ones, for the movement, It's all the same. 4 and 4 for move, 5 and 5 for
Uh,
advance, 7 and 7 for assault. I'm looking at it right now.
no,
You looking at a different
I'm
one?
looking at it. I'm looking at a
Oh,
different
sorry,
one.
7 and 7. So
Here,
I'm just misreading it. That's right. It's totally
wait a
right.
minute.
Yes.
It says
That's
for
a
the
really.
US
Oh,
move is 4.
I'm gonna cut that bit out of the video. Yeah, you're totally right. Yes. So move, it's 4 on the American side, but it's 3 on the German side. I was just like,
Okay, there you go.
it's late
Yeah,
in the
I
evening.
was
I'm on
I
my
was
second ABC beer here, so that's what it is.
okay. Yeah, I
Advance is
was like, "What is he talking about?" They're all different.
advance is 5 on the US
I say
side.
leave that in. Leave
Six,
that in for the banter. This is good audio.
six is German, and then 7. The
Yeah.
assault is 7 for the US, and we're
You were
looking at
just
5.
testing the
I was just testing to
listeners.
see if they were watching. Right now, the difference is combat commander. With the combat commander, you need an advance order to move into a hex with the enemy. It's the same here with infantry. They use the advance order to move in. Tanks, armor, they use the assault order to move in. Hope you're paying attention, Doug, because this might become useful very shortly.
I am. I'm
And
looking
then
at
and
that.
then guns, which we don't have any in this scenario, so this will not impact us. But they use the move order to move in. Now, in addition, the last thing I'll say is you need those same orders to move out of a hex. So if your infantry has moved in with an advance order to an enemy controlled hex and it wants to get out of that hex, it has to advance out of the hex, right? Similarly with the tanks, they've got to assault and the guns have to move. Does that make sense?
That does, and
Okay.
I've got a follow-up question to that. So, as the US, we're an assault cost 7. Could I play the assault order by spending 8 or 9 or 10,
Oh,
meaning
yes.
those are the
Yes.
orders above. I
Yes,
could.
you could.
Okay. I
Yes, you
could
could.
do
For
that.
sure. Yeah, for
And
sure.
and so infantry is move or no, advance. I'm sorry, advance in and out in a shared hex, and vehicles are assault in
Right.
and out of the
Now, of
hex.
course, when you order an advance, your infantry and your tanks can both advance. And when you order an assault, your infantry and your tanks can both assault, right? But
Okay.
only the tanks can actually close with the enemy.
I see.
And the difference between assault and move, well, assault, you just move at, you have half the movement rate, half your printed movement rate. I think it's rounded down. But you can also spend 1 movement point to actually do an assault fire, to fire your weapons.
Okay.
That's the
And
difference between
how
assault and
many
move.
games have you played of this fighting formations? Not just 29th, but the
This is
original
my
base
this is
game,
my
the other
second
expansion.
this is my second game. No, I'm just kidding. About 10.
Fighting oh, okay, I was gonna say, wow, 10. Alright, yeah, you have a command of the rules.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
Just the
okay.
rules, maybe tactics. As you can see from the situation I'm in, not so much. All right, so let's get going. Let's
Yeah,
get going.
alright, let's get I agree.
I am going to spend some points here, big points, and I'm going to. Well, actually, for the Germans, I'm going to take advantage of my cheaper assault, and I'm taking the assault order. So I move that to the side there. I will move the initiative cylinder 5 points to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's not too bad. It gives Doug's probably, well, yeah. So Doug's maybe got. Doug could play two. He could play a fire and an asset request, for example, and then so he could play 2 orders in a row. So the first time this has happened, he has the potential to do that. Anyway, so here we go. So the question is, what am I going to order, and am I going to order any units? So you can see the whole battlefield here now, but I've got my MG42 loitering down here just out of the battle, which is rather unfortunate because, again, of my tactical ineptness in
Can you
moving
do the
parts.
red dot to show everybody
Yep,
which MG4
I'm doing that. I've got it. I've got it. It's all under control. It's down there.
okay.
So
Oh, way
you,
down
you
there,
didn't see it?
okay,
You
yeah,
didn't see it. It's way down there.
well, I had my map
Ah,
that was a little off my screen.
okay.
So
All right.
I'm not exactly seeing the map that the viewers are seeing,
Okay.
and I'm trying to keep up based on
All right.
your description.
So I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to, it's the end of the last turn, we should have removed the spent markers. So I'm going to do that now where there is a button on the vassal module somewhere to remove spent markers. VP isn't there.
Where is
Spent.
that? I
There we
don't
go.
see
Right
that.
next to end turn. Boom. There we go. Now they're all gone.
Oh,
So my
so that
units.
just flips them all over.
No, the spent marker, which is in the game
Oh, that
piece,
was
goes that
that white
cross
thing.
exactly right.
Okay.
So
All
now
right.
I'm going to order these guys all for free can be activated because they're all in the command range of my leader here.
Now,
And then this one also can be activated because it's also 0. So I'll do
wait a
that.
minute. Why? Oh,
Activate.
you can activate 2 different command counters?
You could I could activate everybody on the map if I wanted to. And now if I have them in command range, the current cost is 0.
Okay. So
Another
because
another
you have
another big
2
difference from Combat Commander, right?
right, but since you have this order, you're
Yes.
able to apply it to 2 different command counters at 0 cost.
Yeah, you what really you're doing,
Okay.
I'm applying it to all these units, and this is 0 because he's in command. This is 0 because he's in command.
Yeah.
This is etc. I could go for this guy too, but that would cost me an extra 2 initiative points
Right,
because he
right.
is
And
out of
so you're
command.
also then just to clarify the difference between combat commander, you're also gonna be able to order this guy
Yep.
that I'm doing the red
hmm
dot.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You can
Important
order.
distinction.
Yes. Yeah. Very important. You can order every unit on the map. Now then
Yeah.
you just
It's
decide how
just
much points you
what
want to
it
spend.
costs you.
Exactly. Yeah. I think
Okay.
up to a
Yeah,
limit.
and that is
Actually,
something.
up to a limit, you can't go above 20 initiative.
Oh, okay. That would be
So
hard to
that
do.
well, yeah. Well, actually, no. With a division support costing 10, that's half of 20. So anyway, but I'm not going to
And
do that.
that's true.
All
Well,
right.
that's a major difference in combat commander, I
Mm-hmm.
think,
Mm-hmm.
where, it's just at one order, one leader at a time. But
Right.
anyway,
Right.
okay,
All right.
good.
So here we go. I am going to these can get so everybody now has because this is an assault. I can spend 1 movement point to fire. Now that's spending a movement point, so that actually does trigger op fire if
Okay.
because I'm spending a point. So, but
And remind everybody as you start to move your units how they can tell how many movement points you have.
right. So because they've flipped over into their activated state, this Stug here has the blue 12. The blue means armor.
Blue 12.
12 is the
Okay.
movement, so he 12, so he can go 6. The infantry have green for foot, the middle number here, so he can go they can go 3. And then the my German MG down here is not activated, so there's no movement shown. It's very cool. They've got more data. They've put more stats on the counter by flipping them over. And they also a subtlety of this game is that the defense value goes down a little bit because they're moving in the open. So it's very for op fire. It's pretty cool. All right.
Yeah.
So one,
Okay.
2, 3, 4. So now the question is, what do I want to do with my infantry? 1, 2, 3. How far do they want to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so the tank is off and running. This tank here, and he is leaving behind the command marker. He's leaving it behind, and so he is not doing a pivot here. So when he moves, he's going to move into this hex here. Let's see if I can get the right way to move. So move forward is shift up, move backward is shift down. Okay, so this guy, if I go shift up, there he goes. That's 1. And now if you had
Okay.
any units available with armor capability, armor piercing capability, you could op fire, of course, but you don't. There's nobody in like,
I don't, because I don't like my
well,
guy here that has a line of fire,
right.
the machine gun. One, he's shaking. Remind me what impact that has.
So this is one more hit and he's eliminated. But
Okay.
shaken means here's another one here. He's got no little circles beneath the shaken text. Whereas over here, the suppressed guy here, he's got a little
Yeah.
F below suppressed, means he cannot fire. And the other one you'll see
Oh,
is
I
an
see.
M. If you see an M on the right, that means they cannot move. And sometimes you'll see an F and an M, which means they can't fire or move. And then the
Oh,
number
okay.
here, 6, on the shaken guy is the number you'll need to exceed with 2d12s because you're in cover to remove that if you did a rally order. And then this guy
Yeah.
here, also in cover, also stacked with a leader. So you'd be your 2d10, natural 2d10 would be up to 2d 20s for that one because you're in cover and you're stacked with a leader, and all you need to do is roll a 10 to get rid of that suppressed marker. But you do need to
All
have
right.
a rally order. All right.
And as I'm looking at that stack with the orange suppressed, I think we forgot to flip over one of my rifle units.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So he should be
Yep.
deactivated. Right. All right. So here goes.
All right.
Carrying
I'll
on with
do
the
that
move.
real quick.
2.
All right. So I guess, yeah, I guess my question was, since that's armor,
Mm-hmm.
does my machine gun have the ability to fire and hit him with anything?
You can tell it cannot
I
because the machine gun only has a white. So your machine gun. Where is your machine gun? Yeah, it's 8.5 the stats, and it's white. So 8 indicate the white background indicates it can shoot at soft targets.
only soft
Yeah,
target.
if you look
And if it was hard targets, that's
you look at
I'm
your
looking
armored
oh,
car
that
over
I have
here.
to have a black, yeah,
You see the armored car?
that has a black
It's
background.
got both.
Yeah.
It's got 10,
Okay.
range of 7, and 12. So
Yeah.
actually, now this tank, talking of the armored car, now that the my tank has moved to here, you do have a line of sight. You do have a line of sight. Yes, you do. Um, from
So
oh
this
wait, wait,
hedge
wait, wait,
doesn't
wait.
block it?
No, that gives a hindrance, but I think this building blocks it actually. So I spoke too soon. Let me just check
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah, this building blocks it. The hedge does not block it. It gives you an extra hindrance, as does this, and
Mm,
you pick the largest hindrance for the hedge bit.
okay.
So, but it's line size blocked. So he's gone
All right.
two.
That's the, combat commander map
Right.
hedgerow, uh, screwing with me. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, combat command it would block line of sight. All right. So here we go.
Yeah.
3, and then a pivot, a change in pivot, a free pivot. So that's 3 movement points.
Okay.
I can't quite get there. That is a
Let's see.
shame.
Hang on. I might have a line of sight. Where's the line? There
From
we got a
where?
line of
Oh,
sight.
right there.
The one you just pointed
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, no, the building still blocks him.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
Building still blocks him.
And
Okay.
now the woods are going to block it.
Now the woods
So he's
block it.
gone
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Now, here we go. Your tank here is facing to the west, let's say, to the left. So when I
Yeah.
go here, oops, let's undo that. Didn't mean to do that. Had the wrong unit selected. When I go here and pivot, now you have a line of sight from this guy. So you do have an option. You could now opportunity fire at the Stug which has come up behind you. You've got, and if you wish to do that, you'd have 2 options. One is you could pivot the tank such that I'm in your frontal arc, and the other option is you could not pivot the tank, and that would give you a 2D. It's 2D10 would go down 2 to 2D8 to 2D6, but you'd be facing the
That's
right
the
way.
turret.
Yeah, that's the turret. That's the turret would be a 2D8. If you rotated, if you change facing, that would be a 2d6. But the advantage of that is, for this Stug anyway, your facing would be the correct. You'd be facing the correct way. Of course, you wouldn't be facing the correct way for
Right.
the other Stug. You've been flanked
E
here.
exactly. Yeah. Um, Now if I take a shot here, I can still if I'm able to fire and I have ammo, I can still fire with the same tank later, correct?
If you are
I mean,
the
as I
danger to firing
recall,
now is you might get spent, but that's a 2. Your rate of fire is that triangular number in the middle I'm showing there, the 2. So
yeah,
if when you roll your dice, whatever they are, if you roll a 1 or a 2, then you are spent, and then you are done for any further
okay.
op fire.
And because
Now,
I'm rolling my um because I'm moving my turret, I'm not going to change my basing.
well, just
I
before you
would be
make that
rolling
call, before you make that call,
yeah,
this guy here has spent 5 points. He's got 1 point left, so it's quite likely he's going to fire at your tank. And then because it's assault fire, I'd be firing myself at 2d8s, 1 down from 2d10s. But I'd be firing into your rear at this point, which is, oh, wow,
but if I
you're
change my basing, I'm down.
14.
Well, hear me out.
Hmm.
If I change my basing, I'm down to 2d6,
Yes.
right?
Hmm.
Which increases the odds if I fire, I'm spent. Whereas if I fire with 2d8s, less chance of rolling a 2, right?
Correct, correct. So you're stuck there. You've got 2 tanks. One's to your front, which hasn't moved yet,
Right.
hasn't been activated yet, and could do anything. And then the other one's come around your rear and is like, so what are you going to do?
Yeah. Um,
But I
yeah,
think you're
that's
aware of all your options, right? If you
I
even
have. We've gone through
if you
those.
did rotate, then you'd be presenting your flank to this tank, right? So
Correct.
you're
And
kind of
and
stuck.
he's yeah, exactly. So I'll just take I want to increase the odds I don't get spent.
Of course,
So I
the other
will
thing is
not change
you
my
don't fire at all. But, up to you.
well, true, but if I can fire here, I might be able to damage your guy and
Hmm. Hmm.
prevent the shot that you're going to take on me from behind, which
Correct.
you kind of want to try and prevent.
All right, let's do it then. So if you're going
At
to do
least,
that,
yeah.
and if you look on the terrain charts, the player aids. Let me just bring this up where it's shown here. If I can quickly the charts. Here we go. The direct
Which
fire is
button is
defaults to
that?
2d10 at the pack. It's called player aid charts. So direct fire is 2d10, and it's you are doing a -1d loose arc only without pivot.
There we
Okay,
go.
into flank fire arc, into flank fire arc. Well,
Which one are
yes.
you looking at?
So
The barrage?
if you look at
No,
pack, the pack pull down,
pack. Yeah, the first one.
right, and in the middle there,
Okay.
direct fire is 2d10. You see that then right in the middle top,
Direct fire at the very top, 2d10. Yep,
right.
I see it.
Now you can see to the right, that's what I'm operating under is -1d for assault fire. So I'll be firing 2d8s.
Okay.
But what you're doing is your option is -2d if you pivot, strict or loose arc with pivot. But you're not doing that. You're doing -1d into the flank fire arc, loose arc only, without pivot. So -1d.
Without pivot.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's
that's
what
you.
I'm doing. All right. So
All
my
right.
2d10s become 2d8s.
Your
And I to
2d10s
hit
become
you, I gotta
2d8s.
yeah, normally firing, my base is 2d10,
Yep.
but since I'm moving
Hmm.
my turret only,
Yep.
it's a -1d, so I'm
Hmm.
2d8.
And you are firing with a strength of 19.
19.
Yep. The 19
And
2d8s. Let's hit it.
and you are defending with a 21
22.
or 22?
22.
22, which is that one on the other side.
Bottom
Okay.
right. Yep.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So here we go. 2d8s, the base of 19.
Hoping for a 1 or a 2. There we go.
Oh,
So
and
you
there
got a
you go.
1. You got
So,
a 1, and
all right. So I got
it's outright miss, so I don't even need to roll. So it's a perfect
wait, why is it a miss?
because you rolled a 1. Whenever you
A
roll,
one is
do you,
always a miss.
do you remember I rolled a double 1 against your? You must
Yeah.
remember.
Well, that was a week ago.
Yes, that's a miss. and you're
Yeah.
spent. So
All
if
right.
you
So
click
that's
on
a
your
miss.
unit and then go right click and
All
say
right.
spent, and then a little. So that's
Yeah.
perfect.
All
So
right.
now my choices are
I
I could.
wouldn't say it was perfect, but spent. There we go.
So then I'm going to spend the movement point. Well, I've got two things I could do. I could assault move into here, these green troops here, but that would be a bad idea because um, then these infantry, they are quite powerful when they're in the same hex as a tank. They don't have any inherent anti-tank capability, any long range, any range, but meleeing, then we'd have to go to the melee table, and so I really don't want to do that. So I'm going to shoot from here,
Okay.
and then the question is, I could shoot with my 12, the white at this green troops here, but I'm not going to do that. Of course, I'm going to shoot with the 21 into here, 2d8s because this is assault fire.
Right.
Here we go. I'll probably miss as well. 2d8s. No, I didn't miss. It's 11. So 11 and 21 is 32. Not bad at all. Because
And
you
what was your
are,
little miss number? You didn't
um,
have one.
no, the spent only applies to the non-phasing player who's doing opportunity fire,
Oh,
right?
okay.
But I can only fire once. Doing assault, I can only fire once. I spent my movement point, and that's it. So he's done. But he rolled a 32, and you are defending with
22.
no, you're 14 because this is into the rear of the Sherman,
Oh,
right? That's why
uh,
you didn't pivot. You didn't turn. You didn't
right, right.
turn.
No, I get it. But my base starts with 22. How does it get subtracted to 14? Where on the player's aid is that negative number?
It's on the counter itself. You look on the counter. The defense values in the bottom right. The 20,
Oh, 22 and
22.
14 is that
Exactly.
little.
Right.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's helpful. I thought it might be a player's aid. Well, that is
No.
nice having it on the counter. You
Yes.
don't have to
Yes.
refer. Okay.
Uh,
So and then and am I rolling 2d10s as kind
you
of a base?
are. You are. Yes.
All
Mm.
right. So we're starting with the 14 and 2d10s.
Mm-hmm.
7 and a 2 is 9. Plus
That's
14 is 23,
23.
right?
That's not going to cut
Yeah,
it. So you
that's
click on
less
your,
than 32.
yes, by a margin. So you click on your
Yeah.
tank and then you say apply hit marker. And then let's see what you get.
Apply hit marker.
Oh, that's not a good one. That's not a good one. So that's
Not good for me.
stunned. It cannot
All
fire,
right.
cannot move. So that tank is out of the action, is out of the game until
Is
you rally it.
immobilized.
Now, one thing you can
Yeah.
do, you can still order those, and we'll come to that in detail in your next turn. If you can deploy this your platoon there into 3 squads. My tanks are already in squads, right? They have that little only one dash on the,
Yeah.
but yours is not deployed yet. And if you deploy on your turn, which you would do before you activate any units, then that will turn into 3 squads instead of 1 platoon. So they'll all be a little weaker, but it'll be 3 tanks. And what happens is the stunned marker only then applies to one of those units. The other two
Oh.
will be
So
fresh.
so you're almost an idiot to not deploy.
Unless you think you can rally it. But you know, but anyway,
Well, when we come to that, we'll go through the numbers for the viewers.
right, right. Okay, so that's great news for me. So this guy is done, deactivated. Right now, this guy here. Well, I've even got one more. Could bring this guy to the party, but I'm not going to do that. So we're going to just
Which guy could you bring to the party? The other Stig
this
or the
the
guy?
Stug.
Yeah.
Please, Stug, don't insult my tanks.
What? Oh,
Stig's the
this is
driver on Top
Stug?
Gear.
Oh
Oh, how do
my.
you pronounce
Yes.
it? What's the name of this game? What's the name of the original Fighting Formations game again? Gross.
I can't pronounce that in German. As my wife would attest, my German is horrible.
What did
My
you call
wife
it?
is
Gross,
German. My
gross,
wife is German.
gross Deutschland. Did you?
That's something. Yeah. I at least have a shot at getting it right in German if I can read it. And I do own that hard copy game, but it's upstairs in my closet, so I
All
don't
right.
have it with me.
So anyway, so now I've got the opportunity of moving this tank in and having all three close together. But the first thing I'm going to do though is this guy's going to kick off, and he is moving with his mission command marker. It's just a little bit hard to do in the vassal module, so I'll just assume he's already there. So shift, and he's not going to shoot yet because you can't move, you can't maneuver. He's going to go one pivot. Oh, I'm going to reveal a new rule to you, which may two free pivot, and then he's going to go. You're now in the frontal arc. This guy's over here. He's now going to spend his fourth movement point. So we'll put four MPs there, so we remember the fourth movement point to fire. Right.
Yeah.
You've had no opportunity to. The only way you might have had another opportunity to shoot is if you'd had like one of the cards, which I've got the Panzerfaust card, but you also have the bazooka card somewhere in the deck, but I know you haven't got that.
Oh,
So
is that in my asset cards?
yes, if you were to, that's when you would take the division support
I
or
don't have
regimental
any in
support.
my hand right now.
You've got one or two. I thought you had the light mortar.
How do I tell
You
that?
go into US assets. It's to the right of
Oh,
German
US
assets.
assets.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do. You're right. I still have
Yes.
the light mortars and I have the bazooka,
Right.
which is only an infantry unit.
All right.
Yeah, so I may have an opportunity to fire and use a bazooka coming up,
You don't have
maybe.
a bazooka though, right? Do you?
What do you
In,
mean?
in your hand right now.
I have the bazooka card.
In your hand. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to use it? I'm moving all around your infantry. I
Oh, the
didn't realize you
bazooka
had
can
it. It's a reaction card,
oh,
right? Is it a reaction card? Does it say
it's a
reaction on it?
reaction card. A fresh US infantry unit not in melee either. A makes a 17 firepower AP. Oh, that's against the tank.
Right.
Attack at a range of 1 or 2. Or B
Right.
gains +1 die if firing HP at a fortification building. Is that just a one-time use card?
Yes, it is.
Oh, all right.
So
So
so now
it would
knowing that you have that card, well, it's a gauge, right? So I didn't know yet. So normally, I should have known because I'd forgotten.
well, just
But
change your yeah,
no, that's fine. That's
it's
fine.
a learning game,
It's a
but
learning game. So now, what are you going to do with that card? Anything?
well, I wanna fire it because you're out there moving around and
Right.
my tank is spent.
Okay. So
So I would
let's.
think this guy
Yes,
here
he
would wanna
qualified. Let's
fire
see
it.
the card. Bring it onto the table.
Okay, I'll just drag it onto the map
Right.
here. There we
Let's
go.
see if we can see that on the
Can you see
screen
that?
here. Yes, we can. Good. So it says it's a reaction card, so it can be played at any time. It does not need to be played like a regular asset card at the cost of an asset command. The smallest, the asset cube, it does not need to be played. So play during any order. A fresh US infantry unit, not in melee, so that's this guy here, it certainly qualifies. Makes a 17 firepower attack at a range of 1 or 2. Gains, so that's it, right? So 17 firepower. Now, what he's doing here is well, it's a learning game, yeah. So now my German tank has walked into a trap. This guy will be 17, but because it's point blank range, it instead of the 2d10s, it's the 2d12s you're rolling on.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So
Yeah,
therefore,
and I wanna fire on this tank here.
obviously, yeah, you probably would have fired on this
Yeah,
tank if I'd known you had that card. I forgot, but anyway, we won't rewind. So that's where
yeah,
we'll go
alright.
this guy here. So here we
Yeah,
go. So you're playing that
okay,
card, so you just discard it, so it's just gone, and then you've got
okay.
one attack,
Alright, and it's 2d12
two
because it's
d12s.
at point blank range. Alright, here we go. Adding to 17,
Mm-hmm. There you go.
1 and a 12. Well, that's average.
Yeah,
13 plus 17 is 30.
it's a bit worse than that, Doug.
Oh, why is that? Was 1 a miss?
One's a miss. Yes. Yeah. So
Oh, let let me type that in the chat. One is a miss. Just
So,
just to
yeah.
grind myself in. That's Stug.
Well, that's when you give a
Terrible.
Panzerfaust to the bazooka to the green
You
troops. I guess
escaped
they
with
just
that one.
panicked. I did. That was
You still
was
there?
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me? Uh-oh, we've lost
You
Doug.
still there?
I'm still here. Can you hear me? 1 2 1 2.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
Well, we'll go with that.
1 2. All right, and we're back after a little
So,
technical glitch there. Doug is back. We've got the audio restored. I'll cut that bit out of us going. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, where are we, Doug? Doug just missed this green troop here. Just whiffed with the bazooka at very close range,
yeah,
right? So then
unfortunate.
the tank, the Stug, will spend its fourth movement point firing into here, and he gets, of course, he is a very close range. So his 2d8 normally, because he's assault firing, is bumped up to 2d10s, and he is firing with a 21, trying to overcome the 14 flank armor. Now, what I could do is I could throw in my tank, I could waste my, or not waste, but I could give up my, let's move this control column marker off. Oops, because we don't need the column marker anymore. We're no longer in column. There it is. In column, there we go. I could, because I've got this A marker on this tank, armor piercing, discarding salvo, I think it is. I can discard an asset card, and at this point I would add +8 to this range, and that would guarantee, well, unless I rolled a 1, it would guarantee, but I'm not going to, that's a very powerful card. If it was a junk card that I couldn't use, I would discard it, but I'm going to hang on to that card. I'm not going to do that. I'm just
I
firing.
got a question.
Yep.
I got a question. Back to the bazooka thing.
Yep.
Can I re-roll with my fake card?
You could, except I have the fake card, don't I?
No, I have the fake card.
Oh.
I think I
Yes,
do.
you do. Then of course you could re-roll with the fake card. I should have rolled quicker. All right. If you wish, if you think it's
Is
worth
that
it.
okay? Are we too far along?
No, no, not at all. Not at all. We haven't. The game state hasn't moved on at all. Now the advantage of hanging on to
All
that
right.
fake card, just by the way, is whenever we are at tied for initiative on the initiative track, the holder of the fake card gets to go. So
Yeah. No, I'd rather avoid the 1 on the bazooka and roll again. I will
all right.
pass the fake card to you.
Okay. Let's see if it pops up in
All
my
right.
German assets. There it is. I have the fake card.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm firing with a 17, 2d12s again.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go.
Oh, it's still pretty good. Not
That's
a
a little
miss, which is
better.
great.
Yeah, not a miss. So
30.
17 plus 13 is 30.
Right. Okay, and it went against my frontal armor, which is good. These Stugs are pretty tough. 22. So I roll a 2d10.
Yeah.
I'm looking for 8. Now I have the fake card. 2d10. And I get 15. So it bounces off the frontal armor of the Stug.
All right.
It was a good try.
Oh, well, at least I got a better shot.
Probably a good use of it, because that was a fairly good chance of doing some damage there. And even then, you rolled it. What did you roll? You didn't, considering you're rolling 2d12s, 13. I guess that is an average. That's an average roll. Yeah, that's an average roll.
Yeah, it's average.
Yep.
It's like 7 with a 2d with a
Right.
yeah, 2d6. So not bad.
And actually, this guy's
Well,
moving
you
in
rolled really well, right?
this guy's
2d10, you got a 5 and a 10.
yes, yeah. This guy here is moving in the open, so his cover was actually his defense value was not 22, it's 21. But 21 plus 15 is still more than
Yeah, that wouldn't make a difference.
All right,
Good
so
to point that out.
So now he's going to fire at this guy here, and he's not using his card. He's got 21 shot, 2d10s, right? 2d8s because it's assault fire, but bumped up to 2d10s because it's point blank range.
All
Here
right.
we go. 2d10s, 6 and a 10. Pretty good again.
And you
So-
keep getting those 10s.
So 21 and 16, 37 looks like, right?
37. And is that a shot in my flank again?
It is, yes. If it's not in your frontal
So it's,
zone, everything's a flank. There's no rear.
yeah.
It's either
So
frontal
it's
or flank.
this is the proverbial card flip because it's a 14
Right.
and I'm 2d10, correct?
Yeah, you could, even if you rolled a 20, you'd only be 34. Yeah, so it's a hit. So what that means
Yeah.
is that you have
Well, I
to,
want to roll.
well, okay,
Yeah.
there
There
you
we
go.
go. Just to
All
get the
right.
bad rolls out.
So, so on the right click on your tank, and you'll see there. Why am I not seeing that? On the tank, it says, do you see that? Eliminate one squad of platoon creates two matching squads. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Control E. That's what you want to do.
All right.
All right, and then the vassal module does its magic, and you've suddenly got two platoons. One of them's
Yes.
eliminated. Now it's still, you'll notice the stunned marker is still there, so that goes to one, and then you picked, and they're both the same, one of your tanks. So one of the tanks is stunned, the other one is and
Right.
cannot fire and cannot move, and the other one.
Right.
Now that's interesting. So because of that, now one of your tanks is free to return fire. Right? You see what happened there?
You're right.
Previously, the whole platoon was operating under that stunned counter, so it could not fire and could not move. So it couldn't rotate, it couldn't, and it couldn't. So now you might want to. Now you've got one of your squads, let's call it, or a troop, is still stuck, but the other one can op fire because I've spent a movement point, and so you could pivot that tank if you wished, which might be a good idea because you've got two tanks. However,
Yeah.
the bad news is this tank has not even moved yet. He'd go 1, 2, 3,
Right.
4, so he could get to there. And so if you did pivot to shoot at this tank, who is remember he's got two more movement points to spend, but he can only fire once, so he's not firing anymore. If you did pivot to fire
Yeah.
at this guy, then you might be in the
I could take another flank shot.
you'd have to take a flank shot from this one possibly because you'd offer an attractive target.
Yeah, but I can just move my turret instead and
Yes.
actually offset that die reduction because I'm shooting point blank.
Right.
Right.
You can.
So it still is a 2d10.
Perfect.
All right. So
Now
I'm
you'll
firing.
notice now that you've deployed them into squads, the fire strength has gone down. It's now only a 16.
Yeah, but
Right.
I'm firing with the 14, right? No, that's
The black.
defensive.
The black. You're
I'm
firing
firing
with
16 in the black, 2d10.
correct. Yes.
All right, here we go.
Oh my goodness.
That's
That's
a
how my
miss. Even
Stug
I know
felt.
that's a miss.
That's how my Stug felt when the armored car drove right by.
Yeah. So that's
Hans
a
is over there.
miss.
Shoot. Yes, that's
And he's
definitely a miss.
spent.
And he is spent. Yes. So the bottom one that's correct. All right, so I got 2 movement points left on this guy here. What to do?
Wait, things have changed from the last turn.
They have, haven't they? What a! I'm looking like a tactical genius now. But so what to do with my last 2 points? So I might just I seem to have got you where I want you. I think I'm just going to, and he can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the point is, if I move this guy here, I want to get him back in command, and the German command radius is only 2. So he's just going to actually pivot in place. So I can, how do I pivot? How do I rotate? Is it like shift, something like that? No. Let's see. To this guy here, shift right. Okay. Shift Right, there we go. He spends 1 more point. That's 5 movement points. If you were not spent, you could shoot again, right? Because
Right.
it's up
And
fire,
I'm spent.
but you're spent, so you can't. And this guy here, your only other guy with armored capability, is out of line of sight. So he's done, and we'll deactivate him. All right, let's go on to this one then, who's now he's going to do something a little different. He can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, he's going to do this. Shift 1. You might get a shot here, maybe. I don't know. 2. I don't think you have a line of sight there from your armored car.
Check it. Let's see.
Checking, checking.
No, I
Don't.
just barely tweaked that building, I
All right.
think. Well, let me check it with no
Yeah.
units. Hang on a minute.
Well, you're going straight through
Uh,
this building hex here, which is in this hex, so it's definitely blocked. Right.
okay.
Essentially, you can only fire up the spine or the spline of the hexes here, and then that's going to knock you into here. So I think he's fine. So that's
Well, I barely tweaked this. How do you remove the
what's
unit counters to do the line of sight?
the globe marker. Right.
The globe? Where's the globe?
Right. But if it's not actually Doug, it's not actually this building. It's the bit of building that's over here to the left that's sneaking into your hex. That's blocking your line of sight. You see what I mean? Down there.
Yeah.
That's definitely cutting a line of sight.
Because that building goes into the other hex, I have to account for it.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was completely in my hex, I could ignore it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So you went 1, 2, pivot. Now there's definitely no line of sight. 3, pivot. I can't quite get to a flanking shot, which is unfortunate, but still. I'll get into command though, which is the main objective. 4, pivot, and then he'll spend his 5th movement point to shoot at these tanks here. He'll be shooting with a 21, and your defense is 22, so it's possible. All right. And then when you're firing, you're firing at the entire hex. So both these tanks will have to roll a defensive roll for this one fire attack.
All right. And so you're not 2d10 because you're assaulting, it's 2d8, but you're point blank, so it's back to 2d10.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
So here we go. Here's the fire attack. 2d10. It's 13 plus 21 is 34. I think there's more math in this game than Combat Commander. The numbers are higher, right?
Yeah, the numbers are definitely bigger. So now I'm firing
Your defensive roll.
defensive.
So it makes a
Two
difference
different
which one you
22s.
right. Which one are you rolling for? Because it makes a difference. One is stunned, and if he takes another hit, he's eliminated.
All right. Well, I'll do him first.
All right.
So 2d10.
You need 12 or better. And you got an 11. Man, your rolling's not good tonight. So that guy, you can click on that guy, and you can
the
send
spent not the spent guy, but the other guy.
Yeah, and you can then go eliminate squad or return to the armory. Either way gets him off the map.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. We'll return to armory.
And then you can just click on the marker there and discard it. The stun marker. All right. Now the other one.
So now 22 2d10 on the spent guy.
Yes. Oh, no. So now he gets a hit marker. So you would click on that unit, you'd right click, and then you would assign a apply hit marker or Control H. And he got
Adam.
rattled. So not too bad. He can fire and move. The downside of rattled, you can see rattled is worse than the shaken over there on the infantry, because rattled requires a 14 to recover from. So in this case, he'd be rolling 2d10s, and you need to get a 14 to get rid of that. So, but anyway, at least he can fire and he can maneuver. So then this guy then is going to, I think he is done. He is going, well,
Yeah, I got a question. If we
he's
were
good.
playing the hard copy game, is there like a chit cup where you reach in and grab those things out?
Yes, yes, there is. Lots of chits. Yep.
Oh, okay.
And I think, if I'm correct, the infantry one is on one side and the armored one is on the other, I think. But I played this mostly on Vassal. I do have both games.
Oh,
And the expansion, I played it mostly on Vassal. I think I've played I played the actual paper game maybe once. All right, so that's that. Now, that's suddenly a big turnaround here. Now I've got my infantry
oh
to
yeah.
move. So infantry can move or they can fire. Now, if I move the infantry, of course, you've got a machine gun up here, which might take some advantage of that. But I could, what to do? I need to support my brave tankers up there. So we're just gonna, it's a long game. We're only not even halfway through the first turn, and there are 4 turns in this game. So I'm going to not dash for the objectives just yet. I'm going to start moving. All right, so what I could do with this guy here is I could fire before I move, spend a movement point to see if I could get this, to see if I could impact the machine gun before it actually takes a shot at me, because I'm pretty sure, well, actually, am I sure? Well, we'll come to that. So he's gonna 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes. So he's gonna this guy here is gonna shoot into here, and so it's a pretty weak shot because its range is doubled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 2d8, and it's assault fire, so it's 2d6. So that's 13 plus 2d6. Well, I'd have to get really lucky to do any damage, and then you could return fire. All right. Well, let's do it. Or I could go 1, 2. Yeah, I could. This guy's got a movement of 3 because he's this is assault movement, so it's 6 is reduced to 3. So I could go 1, 2 and fire, but even then I would still be at a range of 4, so I wouldn't have improved the dice. So he's just going to off the bat shoot into here. So it's 13
Okay.
with 2d6. Here we go. Where are the 2d6s? They're way over there. 2d6. Yeah, pretty bad. Not a miss. So it's 13 and 4 is only 17. You are already at 14 because you're in the woods. So you're +2 for the woods. So if you rolled a 3.
So I'm north. So I start with a 12. I start with a 12, and I get 2 for the woods.
Yes. Then
Okay.
you're rolling 2d10s.
So 4 2d10s.
Yeah, all you need is a 3, and you got it. So now,
8.
So now you have the
Still
opportunity.
got a 1.
If you wish. Well, you're not firing. This is a defensive roll.
No, I know.
Another
I'm
one.
just noting to the viewers.
Yeah.
Another 1.
Well, you're getting them out of the die roller, so you won't see that one again, right?
Yeah.
All right. So now here's a tricky
Yeah.
conundrum for you. You want to fire back with this guy? He is out of. He's out. You've got 2 options. One is he's out of command, so you spend 2 points. The other is you drop a command marker on him, and then it's free. A tricky decision. Tricky decision. I would say, in general, you don't want to be dropping a command marker on if it's like the last cube of the turn, because you're not going to get the benefit out of it. But we're halfway through, so that's one thing. But the other thing is, if you have 2 on the map, then next turn they'll be flipped and everything will cost 1 point, and then next turn both will be gone. That's the situation I'm in, by the way.
Yeah, no, I don't want to drop it. I want to kind of spend them, over time,
Okay, so then the question is, do you
right?
want to
I,
do,
I
do
mean,
you?
if I understand that correctly, meaning the command markers expire over a turn,
Yes,
and a turn is the spending of all of the red cubes,
right, right. So when we spent all
correct?
the red cubes, we'll move on to turn two, and all the command markers on the map will flip over, and they'll have a
Uh,
one on the side,
Okay,
and then the cost for everything to be activated, instead of being free, will be one. Now, what the problem is that what they're I have them both on the map now, so I'm able to use all my units all the time.
right,
Like a
right.
frenzy of activity, but in 2 turns I'll be like, it'll really hurt me. So
It's
if
gonna hurt. Yeah.
if I
Do I
can
need to
close
take
out
a
if I can close out the game before that happens. Anyway,
Well, true. Um, and how would you close out the game?
well, I'll be by killing lots of units. If I make it such that I'm in such a good position that I can last a turn with very little, needing to
I
do it,
see.
because
All right.
if I've killed,
I
if I,
need to take a quick 2-minute break.
all right.
Do you want to keep talking and entertain the viewers, or just cut it off for a
Oh,
second?
I'll chat. I'll chat. Just make sure we don't hear
All right. I'll be
the
right
flushing
back.
sounds. Right. So
All
yeah,
right.
while Doug's away, so it was a very audacious move of me to move that to tank at the halfway point of, or even 1/3 point of turn one, and it was I think a lucky escape for me. But a couple of things happened. Was well, Doug missed. He was in a tricky position. Did he want to rotate the turret for his Sherman, or did he want to rotate the tank? Um, Maybe he should have rotated the tank, because then he wouldn't have given me a flank shot, and banked on not being spent, or not. I think he was immobilized by him. He was very unlucky in that his tank got immobilized. So at that point, he was not able to respond anymore. Even if he hadn't been spent, he was not able to respond to other tanks coming up and flanking him. So tough die rolls for Doug there, and then also very tough on using his bazooka at point blank range and not getting any results from that. So he's now in a tough position. But as we've been talking about, in a couple of turns' time, when I will have none of my mission command or my command markers available to use, then I'm going to be spending a lot of points to activate any of my units. So I'll just be like trying to do as little as possible to avoid giving Doug too much initiative. And so who knows, the pendulum might swing back the other way. All right, so I'm going to pause it there while we wait for Doug to come back.
Okay.
Okay, now Doug's back. What are your insights, Doug?
Yeah. So I am not going to lay down a command marker. I want to kind of use them one at a turn at a time,
Mm-hmm.
so that I maintain the ability to respond to your moves. And I think if my math is right, that's a pretty long range shot, meaning I have a range of 3. Is that right?
5. You see the 8?
Oh,
The
the 8
5.
is,
Right. The 3 is your
so
rate
I
of
can
fire.
fire
That's
with
your
8.
yeah. The 3 is your risk of being spent in the diamond, but you can be firing with a strength
Ah,
of 8, a range of 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd still be rolling 2d8s because your target is 6 hexes away.
I see.
The other thing you
Yeah,
could
I'll
do
let you
is,
move one closer.
right, if you do, I mean, I'm not saying it's a good idea, but if you do spend 2 to activate this guy without a command marker, you would still maintain the initiative, and it would still be your turn, next turn. If you fired a second time, of course, then you
Right.
spend 2 more, and then it'd be my turn. So, that's how that works, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't want to do that.
you don't do
I
that.
like it at 3,
Okay,
because, I can fire and then move.
right. I noticed this guy here got dragged over off the top. You see this thing here? You got to put these back in the
Yeah,
cup. You got to put them back in the cup and say return to the markers pool, because then That's how they come
Well,
out again.
I double. Okay, so hang on. I left, or no, I right clicked on it,
Hmm.
and nothing came up. That's, oh, there it is. Return to hit markers pool.
Right. Right.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that one. I'm
So
sorry.
no problem. We haven't. It hasn't had an impact. All right.
Yep.
So
So you got to
okay.
move him. Where are you going to move
He's
him?
moving. One. Do I want to go along the road or through the woods? Good question. I'm going to go straight for where my tanks are. Two, because he spent one to move to. He spent one movement point when he fired, right? So now he's gone two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you're in range of this guy here. 2d10 range, I should say. Still no?
Yeah. Okay. And so if I decide to fire him,
Hmm.
it costs me 2 initiative,
Yes, you either put down a marker, which case is free, command marker, or it costs you 2 initiative.
and it'd still be my turn.
Next turn, it would still be your
So it
turn.
would go from, yeah, it'd go from 3 to 1.
Hmm.
So the question is, when it comes back around to me, do I want to fire by spending 2 and then move?
So this is the game within the game. Doug's now looking at what cubes are
Yeah,
available to him over here. At the moment, yes, he's given up the initiative card. So if you were to, yeah, you could
right.
fire, and then it would still be on your side. Then you could move, which would cost you the cheapest it would cost you. The minimum would be 6,
Yeah,
and then yeah.
yeah. So I'm thinking now, if I choose to fire here,
Hmm.
and then your other units down here move, will I still have to spend 2 more to fire him again, or is he like
Nope, you're
firing for all the movement?
correct the first time. Every time you fire, 2 movement points. You're not. It's not unlike Combat Commander. You're not just activated and then it's free after that.
Yeah, I got you. Okay.
And every time you
Um,
fire, of course, there's a risk of you being spent. A 3 or less. 3 or less. Yes.
and these guys, how many movement points does this guy have? Just 3, right?
3. And the MG down here only. I'm pretty sure it's rounded down, so only be 2 for this guy.
So they can't reach the control sites anyway.
No, but I've got lots of time. I'm not particularly bothered about getting them there. There's no benefit to getting them there this turn. It's not like, sometimes you'll see in other games like Commander
Yeah.
Colors and Napoleonics, for example, where there's a rush to capture them. There's no rush. So I'm just quickly looking
Okay.
up the.
Yeah, you know what? I'll spend the 2 to have him fire just
Okay.
because I have a feeling I'm not going to be able to use him to fire because he's kind of off by his lonesome. So
Hmm.
we'll move it 2.
Okay.
So he'll fire. The target's going to be your guy moving,
Right.
obviously.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is the range.
Hmm.
So he fires 8, 2d10, right?
That's right.
And I got to roll over 3s.
To avoid being spent. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're
Is it
spent, but it's
3
not a
or
miss.
over?
It's spent.
All
You've
right.
matched it.
So
Yeah. So
that's
but the good news is it's a hit. It wasn't a miss. So it's 12 plus your
all right.
8 is 20.
And now he's spent.
He's spent, yes. And so my guy, his defense is 10. He's moving in the open, so it's only 9. So I need to get an 11 on 2d10s. Here we are. Easy. No, that was so close. A 10,
Oh,
a 10. So this guy takes a hit marker. What's he going to get? He is suppressed. He cannot fire. But the good news is he can still move. So he's going to move and get out of the line of fire here. There. Now that 1, 2, 3. He's actually going to be clever and drop off his command marker there because is he? No, he doesn't. This machine gun. Where's the machine gun? Can you move 2? 1, 2. Oh, no, he doesn't need to. He doesn't need to. All right, so he'll keep it there. All right, so then now this guy here, the rifle guy, has got a movement of 6. So he'll go, and I don't think anyone's got a line of sight to this guy anymore. 1, 2, 3. Again, he is, oh, I should deactivate this guy. I could move him 2, actually, and then fire, but it's such a weak shot. But he's not even going to bother. The machine gun has got a range of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so he's done. The machine gun is going to move. He's got 2.5. I'm pretty sure it's rounded down for movement. When this order is given, you activate one or more friendly units. Activate can expend the movement points. Have their printed speed half. Half means half. No rounding. So that's Chad speak for rounding down, I think, because you are rounding up or down, right? Half means half, no rounding. So I guess he's only got 2 movement points. So you could spend one of them to shoot, but it's only a 9. Yeah, so he's not going to bother. He's just going to move 1, 2, and get into command range of this guy. And deactivate. And then this guy here, 1. Is he going to, what would it cost to move into here? I think it's 2. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3. The reason I don't want to go into here and stack, or here and stack, is if this guy shoots next turn, then I have to roll for both of, that's the downside of stacking. I have to roll for both of them. So then he's done. All right, so that concludes my order. And yeah, it took a while because we were chatting a lot, and I've still got my machine gun down here, languishing, my NG42. He's defending the objective. That's what he's doing. But yeah, I think that's probably a good place to stop, right, Doug? Let's stop this episode.
Oh, yes, that's fine because it'll come back to me. So we should save the game,
right?
And notate that it'll be my turn. But yeah, I'd say that's a good, sharp little episode. We illustrated a lot of fire back and forth.
Mm-hmm. And yes, and the Germans, with some very lucky or unlucky dice rolling, got themselves out of a tight spot.
Well, the U.S. had, the U.S. had the unlucky die rolling. So I think in the first episode, you had some unlucky die rolling. In the second, the U.S., particularly with the bazooka, didn't get many good die rolls. So, all right,
and
good
now,
deal. Well, with that, I think it's a wrap.
All right. Okay. Thanks everybody for sticking with us. Stay tuned. We'll get this posted, and then hopefully you'll join us for episode 3 coming up.